Welcome to Driveway Garage. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going to microwave a steak. It's the first time I've ever done it. We'll see how it turns out. So, here's the steak. It's been in the fridge for a couple days. I was going to cook it last night, but we ended up going out of town. So I'm going to have it for breakfast. So, I zapped it in the microwave for 30 seconds to warm it up a little bit. You're supposed to let it sit at room temperature for 30 minutes so you don't end up with a cold steak in the center, but I'm cheating. So put it on a plate. It's supposed to be a white plate with no dye. I don't have a white plate with no dye. This is what we get. It's supposed to be a square plate on the bottom, round plate on the top. We're going to put 2 plates. Now, we're going to zap it in the microwave for 30 seconds. So it's in the microwave. We'll hit the 30-second button and come back. The microwave is almost done. So now we're going to open the microwave and let it sit for 45 seconds. I think I forgot to mention the seasoning that I usually use on steaks, and that is Grill Mates Montreal steak. Adds a lot of flavor. It's got salt and pepper and some other stuff. The microwave's done. Close the door. 3 minutes. We'll be back. I'm kind of curious to how this is going to turn out. If you can cook a steak in the microwave in 7 minutes, this is going to be pretty cool if it turns out good. Sometimes I cook them on my stove, but normally I cook steak and everything on my Pit Boss pellet grill. And you have to light it, let it warm up. I put it up on 350, 400. And about 7 minutes on each side, the steak is done. So this is going to be a little bit different. If I had smell-o-vision, you could smell the meat cooking. And it's smelling good. So we have 2 more steps. We'll take it out for 45 seconds. And then back in for another 3, I think maybe 3.5. And then let it rest for 5 minutes. And it's supposed to be the perfect steak. Meanwhile, we'll enjoy a nice cup of coffee with some Coffee Mate Italian sweet cream. My wife and I used to use Coffee Mate French vanilla all the time, but I've got hooked up with this Italian sweet cream and I kind of like it. Okay, so that 3 minutes is done. I'm letting the steak rest for 45 seconds. And in the meantime, take your tongs and turn the steak over. And there's a sneak peek of what it looks like. And it's actually looking pretty good. So I'm going to put the plate back on it. And we're going to go for another 3 minutes. Well, there's the steak. It's looking pretty good. Now we're supposed to let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes so the juices can get back into the meat. So that's what we're going to do. We'll come back in 5 minutes and I'll cut it open, show you what it looks like. But to recap, you put the steak in, take it out of the fridge. First you put it in the fridge if it's frozen. Leave it in there for 24 hours to thaw out. And then bring it out, let it sit for 30 minutes on the counter to bring it to room temperature. Pat it dry, put on your seasoning, could be salt and pepper, whatever you like. And then 30 seconds in the microwave between 2 plates. And then rest for 10 seconds, maybe it was 15. And I don't think it matters that much, but 3 minutes in the microwave, bring it out for 45 seconds, back in for 3.5. In my case, I did 3. I like my steaks medium. Let it sit on the countertop and rest for 5 minutes, and then dig in. So let's see how it looks in a few more minutes. So just for the fun of it, I got out my thermometer. I don't know if you can see it, but what is it at now? 71 degrees. Let's see what the internal temperature of the steak is. The internal temperature is going up. I usually go to about 145, 155. This one is at about 165. So it's going to be medium. I guess you guys can see that all right. So 164 and a half. That should be good. Let's cut it open. Out. Shut this thing off. Take our knife and fork here. I'll just cut it right in the middle to give you a better view of what it looks like. Ooh, look at that. Doesn't that look delicious? Nice and pink. You see all the juice on the plate? I think we found a way to cook steaks in the microwave, and it's gonna be okay. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.